We're on, baby, day 3. Hey, so much for going unbroken or no days off. Definitely took a day off yesterday, but got that out of the way early in the year, which is good. So now we don't need to hit every single day, but we are going to hit. Our goal is 100,000 burpees. We still got plenty of days in 2026 to do that. And so here's what we're going to do. All the workouts in the description. We got 10 rounds. We're doing 300 reps. We got devil's presses. We got front squat finisher, and then 10 cows on the row. So we're doing 300 reps, 300 a day. Obviously not unbroken or no days off. This is day 3. So after this workout, we have 900 reps. And what we're doing is bringing awareness to how many pounds of meat are eaten in a year by the average person or you, which is 300 pounds. 300 pounds of meat, of animal flesh, are eaten every single year. So you got to figure out, why are you doing it when you don't have to? So that's one thing that we're bringing awareness to. It's how many pounds of meat are eaten. That's a lot of pounds. If you just set 300 pounds of weights and see how much weight that is, and that's going through our body. Those are all animals. They all have experiences, and they all had to be killed in order for you to eat them. And you don't have to. So we've been vegan over 9 years. All plants contain protein, and you don't need to eat any animals whatsoever to be strong, fit, and healthy. And I'm showing you that. This is my live experiment. So many people have been doing it longer than me, that are stronger than me, way stronger than me, and they don't eat any animals either. So that's what we're doing. If you're interested and you want to come on live to talk, there's a link in the description. I'm going to keep this description almost basically the same. So if you are interested, maybe not today, maybe you want to set up a time, you can go ahead and click that link and come on or leave comment, and I'm going to post and respond to all the comments that are left here. All right. So again, don't forget to hydrate. Idea is to drink one of these a day. Actually, 2 of these a day, but one before we even get out of here today. This is half a gallon. This workout is under 30 minutes, so don't have to spend a lot of time in here. And hope you all are off to a good 2026. All right, just getting back into it. Feels good to get back into it. You know, even though you could take some days off. You know, unbroken would have been super cool. Maybe one year we'll do all unbroken, absolutely no days off. But, you know, I think it's unrealistic. Puts a lot of stress and toll on you. So, I mean, at least for me, and again, it's only January 4th. So we're 3 days in here on the workout, but January 4th, everyone usually going back to work tomorrow. Vacation is over. And so start early. Just hit it hard. All right, so we got 10 devil's presses with a front squat. These are 15-pound dumbbells. I'm going to finish with 10 cows on the row. Ooh, I do need a counter. That way we don't lose track of the rounds. And we'll just get after this one, all right? Feel free to leave a comment, and I'll post it and respond to it, no matter how silly it is. We've been getting a lot of silly ones last year. I'm sure that'll happen this year as well. All right, here we go, 10 seconds. No music, no heat, 33 degrees in here right now, so just above freezing. Here we go. So strict push-up. I'm going to jump up, dumbbells through the legs, and I'm going to press out over top right into a front squat. There's one. There's 2. There's 3. 4. 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 10. And really, you don't need a lot of warm up to do this. You gotta get warm up in the first rounds. All right, so yeah, so under 3 minutes is a good round time to shoot for. For me, got plenty of time, so we'll finish this under 30 minutes again, as long as we keep moving, which we will. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you don't have a rower, I was thinking about when I'm traveling for our for the soccer tournaments and things. You know, they got treadmills, but this is approximately about 200 meters on the row. So that's what I would substitute with. Mostly all hotels have dumbbells. So it's a little under 200, but I'd go for 200. So there's 2 rounds through. Just keep a good pace. Still under our 3-minute average round time. So idea is to keep moving. This isn't a heavy set of dumbbells, but it's heavy enough. There's 1. We might see if we bump it up. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, maybe in we'll see, but maybe February we'll bump it up. I was thinking about doing, 5 pounds, then 10, then 15, then 20, 25, right, each month. But 15 sounded good. Feels good too. I think the heavier you go, you'll be stressing 30 minutes. And I want to keep this workout, 30 minutes or less. But maybe on the weekends we'll go heavier. We'll see. But the idea is 300 reps, representing the pounds of meat eaten every single year. We're representing in a day. Couldn't believe that when I found out. There's 3 rounds through. That's a lot of pounds. And for the last 9 years, we've had 0. But think about it. Think how many pounds of meat you eat each year. 1, 2. And it's important on these, we call them vegan presses. 3, full squat and strict push-up. 4, to make the movement worth it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Did I click this? Yeah, 3 rounds through. Oh, no, this will be 4th round. All right. So I got the counter, lose track. So here coming up on 40 cals. And the rower keeps the time, so this is under a minute each round too. But a rower, man, if you don't have a rower, if you don't like to run, this is a great, no impact or minimal impact to your legs. You don't have the pounding that you get from running. And it's a lot of the minimal pull. A lot of people pull too much. This is a leg workout. Legs, then a minimal pull. So it's great, less impact, neutral spine. Yeah, now we click. So 4 rounds through. We got a good pace. Here we go. Let's keep doing them. 1, I can feel I'm getting more loose as these rounds go on. So use the early rounds as a warm up. There's 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. All right. Coming up on finishing up our 5th round. We're almost halfway. There's 50 cows, 5 rounds through. We're halfway, we're at 13 minutes. So well under our 15-minute target for 5 rounds. We keep it going. So here we go, starting our 6th round. Strict push-up. There's your vegan press. Front squat finisher, better known as devil's press. But my son didn't like that name, so we changed it we modified the movement. So this is a vegan press now. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And if you think about it, at the end of this workout, we would have done 100 of those, 100 front squats, and 100 calories on the row. So there's your 300 reps. But that 100 is a lot of any movement. If you could do any movement 100 times, let alone combining them. We combined the 1 and the 2, kind of one continuous movement. And then we're breaking it up with a row. I felt like last year we tried to do all 300 and I think 29 in a row. Mentally, it was tough. I think I made it over 100 days, but got burnout. Here, I don't think I'll get burnout in this. I mean, it's 3 days in, but you know, I got a better chance now. All right, 6th round. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, finishing up our 7th round. Got 60 cals on the row. I keep it going to 70. If you got this concept too, it should stay on long enough so it doesn't time out. As long as you're fast enough there. Which is cool, it makes it easy. So you do forget how many rounds you're on, but the clicker helps. All right, 7 rounds complete. Still good on time. Good pace there. Just keep it going. 3 more rounds to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, it's 11 o'clock, Sunday, East Coast time. We're in Michigan, where it's a balmy 33 degrees in here, outside colder. You know, I put that heat in here, but I think it's good without it. It's nice to have, but you don't need it. The bars get really cold though, so I've got gloves on. Hands do not do well in the cold with cold steel. So I got these gloves on. All right, just finished up our 8th round. We got 2 rounds to go. You can hear my breath. Certainly a good workout. We go right into it. 2 more rounds. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. All right, here we go. 8th round. Finishing up. We got 7 minutes on the rower. Total time. Just crossed 1,500 meters. $90 cals on the row. Just finished up our 9th round. And here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Last round. Let's finish it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. There's 10. All right, made it to the rower. Last 10 cows. And that workout's done. Day 3, baby. Hundred cows. 25:33. And we are done. 10 rounds through, 300 reps. No comments. That's all right. There'll be some comments or questions. If you got questions, comments, I'll respond to them. But there you have it. 10 rounds through, 300 total reps, under 30 minutes. You don't need a warm up. Light set of dumbbells. Here's 15 pounds. You can go lighter, you can go none. But I encourage you to do something with weight. You know, and at all the movements, you know, we used to do burpees without a strict push-up. And I just feel like if you're there, do it, you know, do the push-up. You know, build your chest up. It's a lot harder than just fall to the ground. Now, if you're doing thousands, maybe then you might want to save the strength. But here we did 100 strict push-ups and another, I think, like just from the devil's press, from a total core body workout, when you kind of see that I swing the dumbbells through my legs and then basically pop it up and use that momentum. So a lot of that strength and that movement is core related. You know, so you got the strict push up and then you got the jump back to your feet and then to swing and press out overhead, then right into a front squat and stand. So it's just a complete movement. I don't think anybody's done it before or named it. You know, it's a devil's press, but we're calling it the vegan press with a front squat finisher. So call it the vegan press, is that whole movement all in one. And, you know, if you were to do one movement, I would encourage you to do that movement because that's everything. And also like breaking it up with the rower or a run. So you're not doing 100 straight or 300 straight. You're doing 10 and then you're getting off. You're getting a little mental rest, mental break, and then back into it. So, but you got to keep moving, right? So don't take a lot of breaks. You know, finish under your 30 minutes goal time, no matter what you're doing. And if you run, you might be a little longer because the rows seem to go quick. You're averaging just maybe about a minute each round, a little less. But that's it. That's all she wrote Sunday. So now, you know, if you did want to do other things, you could, but again, 30 minutes in the gym is all you need. If you're not trying to be a huge power lifter or bodybuilder, you know, this workout isn't, you know, I don't think it's enough if you want to get there, but for everybody else that just wants to maintain shape, you know, or get in shape, really, depending on where you're at. But, you know, this is a great workout. And this is why I think, you know, at the end of it, I'll take a before picture. In fact, I got some from last year, but really haven't been doing much besides, you know, starting this. So I think you're going to get incredible shape and, you know, through the winter, and then just keep doing this. I think it's just, you know, you stick for a whole year, you know, or 100,000 reps. So right now we just finished our 900th rep, you know, and again, I'm counting the reps as the vegan press or the push up. Really, it's more than that, but we're just saying 300. But so it's a strict press, then it's almost a dumbbell kettlebell press, right, or swing. So you're swinging it straight overhead and then right into a front squat. So, but we're counting 10, 10, and then 10 each round. So that's 30 for 10 rounds. That's 300. And we're right around, again, the average pounds of animals consumed each year by the average person, which is incredible. But we've been doing it over 9 years without any animals. So encourage you to start your journey and see where it takes you. That's what I would encourage. Those of you watching, man, drop a comment or question. I'll answer it. Just finished up our workout here. So, but that's it, man. Sunday, it's in the books. 11:15 East Coast time. Hope everyone had a great new year. Don't forget to put away your weights. Take care of the stuff. But for real though, a lot of people go to the gym and go somewhere. I think everybody, you need a set of dumbbells. You need a set of dumbbells and you need to do it in your home. That's where you're going to get your biggest bang for your buck. You can start with a 5 pounds, 10 pounds. Here's 15 pounds. You don't need a lot. You do not need a lot. But if you don't know where to start, that's where I would start. I would say, look at my movements that I just did there. You don't need a rower. You can just do that movement right there. You can jog around in a circle. At the Airbnb we stayed at, they had a pool. We didn't really use it. It was a real small pool. It was in Arizona. But I just ran around that. One lap. I think I did 10. I did 10 laps. And then I did the burpees. And then I ran the other way. And then I did burpees. And I just kept mixing it up. So, but I really enjoy that. I think it's a movement, break it up, movement, break it up, movement, break it up. I think that's going to be good for consistency, especially if you're doing it long term. That's what I would recommend doing. So you don't need to be long in the gym. You don't need to be lifting heavy. If you want to, that's great. And we might go up or down, but again, this is just to show people you could be strong, fit, and healthy without eating any animals whatsoever. Been doing it over 9 years. And here's the consistency. So we have not finished 100,000 reps. I was trying to get 100,000 burpees last year. You can go back through the videos. I think I ended at like 137 days straight. Just got burnt out. And, it just took a toll. And then I gave up like so many people do. Was it worth it? It was taking a lot of time. But here, under 30 minutes, I feel like it's a good weight. It's a good movement. I mean, it's a great movement, really. It's the best movement I've, really came up with. Even burpees. I mean, I started with burpees, but then adding weight in it just makes it a whole different level. And then you add the front squat into it. So you're squatting every day. You're doing push-ups every day. And you got cardio every day. And all of it together, you're going to get in incredible shape. And you don't need any animals. You don't need to eat any animals to be able to do that or maintain your shape or be strong, fit, and healthy. So make sure you drink your water. Here's another hack for you that I'll share with you, but this is a half a gallon. I had this bottle, and the only thing that's ever been in this bottle, I don't do any mixes. This is straight up well water. So I don't add any powder mixes to this. I don't add any other, juices or nothing. This is straight up water every single day. So I try to finish one of these in the shower, or at least this is what I was doing for a long time. I've gotten out of that habit, but one of these before I get out of the shower. So if you bring this into the shower and then you drink it, and by the time you get out of the shower, you just downed a half a gallon of water and you're ready for the day. So if you shower in the morning. So here's what, tomorrow I'll wake up early, plan on getting up at 4:15, coming out here. I'm going to drink one of these, and I've got maybe half to go before I can get inside. But that's the goal, is to drink one of these in the morning before you ever do anything or go to work. And I mean, you are ahead of so many people, and your body is dehydrated from sleeping. So you finish this and you feel so good. You got tons of energy, and you don't need to eat. This will fill you up. You don't need to eat any breakfast. I mean, this is for me. So I don't do any breakfast. Don't eat. Only eat really at the end of the day. So I'm on one meal a day, essentially all plants. I'm gonna do some protein. I haven't done it yet this year, but we got some protein powder, and then also I was into creatine, so I'm doing 5 milligrams of creatine. So I did that a little bit last year. Have not done it this year, but I think I'll get back onto that because there's a lot of good benefits of creatine, but not really no other supplements needed. We do kids do a B12 gummy, but I mean B12 is in a lot of the plant foods that we have, nutritional yeast. So you could take a supplement or not. And then I got this other stuff that I'm looking into, DEMA and GEMA, I think it is. But I'll talk more about that when I look into it more, but don't know a lot about it. What else? What else you want to know? See, another thing I'll share with you too, because this has been good for me, just to keep going back to it, because it's tough every single day, but days without drinking. 5 years, 3 months, 2 weeks, 3 days. So 1,935 days without alcohol. And it's been an incredible journey. And I feel the greatest. I mean, there's so many benefits with it to not drinking. It feels so much better. And you don't need to drink anything. You don't need to drink alcohol. In moderation, you don't need to drink any at all. They've gotten alcohol. I did it for the taste. I mean, especially here in Michigan, they have these craft beers. But if you try non-alcoholic brewing company or athletic brewing company, they make an NA, an IPA NA, non-alcoholic, and it is absolutely incredible. And so when we first did this about 5 years ago, I told my wife, I said, we're done drinking. It was after her birthday. Woke up, felt like shit. In fact, I think I missed work the previous day. I was just miserable, hungover. I'm like, why are we drinking? So I look up, I said, how do you stop drinking? Google it. And they say, people do non-alcoholic beers. And I think we grew up with O'Doul's, and I'm like, O'Doul's, that's ridiculous. I mean, like, who wants to drink beer without, the alcohol? That's why people drink beer, is to get drunk and to get that buzz. Well, so it wasn't O'Doul's, it was or athletic brewing company. It was called Run Wild. And went out, purchased that, found it at a little liquor store. Brought it back, and me and my wife used to put it in ice cold glass. So I took the glass out of the freezer and I poured it. And I mean, it had foam, it had head, the color. I mean, it looked exactly like an IPA. And sure enough, I gave it to her, and she took a sip, and she's like, "I thought we're done drinking. Why are we still drinking?" And I told her it wasn't, and I showed her the bottle, and sure enough, I mean, she's blown away. And I mean, for me, I was blown away. I said, this is unbelievable. I mean, I did it for the taste. I really enjoy the taste, so I didn't want to lose that taste. So we kept drinking it. I think I drank like 6 or 7. I was drinking these things nonstop, like pounding them like I used to do with regular beer. And at first I'm like, am I drunk? I'm feeling weird because I should be feeling buzzed. So it was kind of like a placebo effect. But now, 1 or 2, maybe. And again, it's not even daily. And then now you got all sorts of for Christmas. One of my coworkers got me a Clean Company is the name of the company, but it's a spiced rum, and we mixed it with some lime and ginger bubbly. Absolutely incredible. And I mean, put some ice in it, and it was like, man, this is really good. So you got the hard liquor aspect of the taste. I mean, again, you don't have the buzz, and you don't want that. I mean, it's poison. It's poison to our body. Just like I think animal flesh, animal proteins is poison to our body. The more you do research on it, it's like, why are we putting poison in eating that stuff for us? Like, why are we doing that? So look up dairy, see what dairy does to our body, inflames our body. I mean, we're lactose intolerant. We should not be drinking dairy, or eating animals from a health perspective, let alone from an ethical perspective. So, just keep learning, keep going on your journey, right? That's why I encourage you to do. If I could do it, if our family can do it, so can you. I'm here to help, here to answer any questions. And we'll keep showing you how to do it. You know, we'll keep showing you, be with you along the way. All right. Still not done with this, but I'm going to finish it. I promise. All right. Warmed up a little bit, 33.8 degrees now. Let's see what the temperature is outside, just so you get an idea. But 38 degrees in here. Let's see. Ooh, 27 degrees outside, windy. Feels like 22. So it's chilly outside, but nice in here. What's up? What's going on? Those of you watching, happy Sunday. Day 3 of doing 300 reps. If you got any questions or comments, feel free to ask them. If you want to come on live, click the link. I'll bring you on. Nobody so far, but we'll be back again tomorrow. Early, though. Early, so it might not get live. But if you did want to schedule time to come talk, I'll be more than happy. Would love to have a discussion with you. I've had some discussions last year. You can go back. I posted those. Did some live discussions with some people. And, you know, with hunters, really, I think had some good discussion with some hunters. But really, you know, everyone around us are eating animals, like everybody. Everybody is like normal, you know, still. And you just don't have to be strong, fit, and healthy. You don't have to at all. All right, those of you just joining, what's going on? Day 3 of 300 reps. And I bet you watching, those of you watching, you've eat 300 pounds of meat a year on average. That's a lot of pounds. That's a lot of pounds of meat. I couldn't believe it when I found out that's how much meat we've eaten. You know, we eat a year. But it's just all around us. I mean, it's what we eat 3 times a day. And I encourage you not to do that, right? Keep learning about it. Learn what happens to the animals. Learn how that food gets to your plate. Learn what it takes for the animals to get there. And I think the more that you learn, the more that you understand from the ethical perspective, but let alone learn about the health perspective of eating plants and eliminating animal proteins from your diet every single day. Eliminate drinking, eliminate all the bad stuff that's going into your body. You're going to feel so much better. And I just keep getting comments about, oh, you need animal protein. You know, you're going to be unhealthy. You're this, that. Like, nope. Over 9 years. Couldn't feel better. All right. So I encourage you to do the same. All right. So day 4 tomorrow. I know I said it'd be unbroken or no days off, but took a day off yesterday already. So I'm okay with that. All right, guys, day 4 tomorrow, though. I will be here. I will be live. I will go on live 4:30, 4:15 a.m. Eastern time. And we're going to be doing the same workout. All right, but if you do have comments or questions, post them. I'll go ahead and answer them tomorrow. All right, guys, happy Sunday. Have a great day. And don't forget to eat some plants today. All right, see ya. Peace.